Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. I am Crystal, the Crystalline Priestess, and if you are new here, then welcome to my little neck of the woods. So, in this reading, we are going to be having a look at your 2022. So, what is it that you're needing to know moving into this new year? So, this is a timeless reading. If you find it a little bit further along and the year's already started, then that is fine. This is relevant to where you're moving forward from now, okay? So we're just gonna have a quick look at what you're moving through, essentially, any little messages, anything that comes up that we need to kind of have a look at. This is going to be a quick little look into that, because essentially I want to help us to create the most high vibe, the most healthiest, happiest, sort of just most aligned year that we can, because I know a lot of us have been going through a really tough time throughout 2020 and 2021. So let's hope that we can make 2022 just a little bit more chill or just whatever it is that you're needing. So my loves, today we're going to be choosing via these little whiteboard markers. So the group number 1 is going to be the pink whiteboard marker. Group number 2 is going to be the orange whiteboard marker, and group number 3 is going to be this green whiteboard marker. So take as much time as you need, pause the video, do what you like. There will be about a minute's meditation if you want to listen to that, and yeah, you can pretty much just meet me in your timestamp, and we're going to get into your reading, as well as make sure you check out your song, because there's going to be some extra messages in your song for you as well, my love. So with all that being said, that's pretty much everything. I also want to say sorry if the camera quality or the sound quality is a bit poop. Essentially, my filming camera completely died on me. Completely died. Everything just stopped working completely. So I'm like, cool. Now I'm filming this on my GoPro, so we're trying it out. I'm gonna see if it works. Hopefully it does, and yeah, we're just gonna have to roll with it. Okay, so anyway, I will see you guys in your reading. I'm sending you so much love, and rock on. Hello, pile 1. If you chose this pink whiteboard marker, then this is going to be the reading for you about what you need to know regarding 2022. Oh, look at that, that rhymed. Cool. So, first thing, my loves, I feel as though you guys are going to be moving through a period of acceptance moving into 2022, and I feel like this is like really healing. It feels like this really beautiful acceptance that life ebbs and flows. I feel as though you're going to be flowing a lot more in 2022, as opposed to maybe struggling and pushing and trying to just like force your way through things. This feels like a surrender in a way. So this card is going to tell us what the theme is for your 2022. What are the energies surrounding 2022 for you, group 1? Oh wow, okay, cool. We have Cancer, I feel. So that makes a lot of sense. I feel as though you guys are really allowing yourselves to feel everything in 2022. So I'm actually being reminded of a quote that I actually heard yesterday. And it was something to the effect of, when you numb yourself of pain, you also numb yourself of pleasure. If you numb yourself in one retrospect, you numb yourself on the other. So it's kind of like if you're numbing your emotional capabilities, you're kind of numbing that in joy, and you're also numbing that in sorrow. So what I'm kind of feeling for you guys is the fact that you are deciding to not numb anything. You know, if you feel something come up, Cancer, if you feel something come up that needs to be felt, you're going to allow that to happen. I don't feel as though you're going to be holding emotions in anymore. There feels like there could have been a tendency in the past to come off strong, to come off without showing any vulnerability or any sort of weakness. And what your whole next year about, especially with part of fortune increase coming up as well at the bottom of the deck, this is telling me that as you actually allow yourself to feel your emotions, you're actually going to find that you essentially move through like this beautiful enlightening phase. So I really feel like for you guys, enlightenment actually is the word coming through as I look at this third house messages coming through as well. Third house is ruled by Gemini. So I do feel with part of fortune increase, the part of fortune, part of your astrological chart, your natal chart, is essentially where you put your energy in order to gain luck. You know, it's where we increase, where our luck increases when we put more of our time and our energy and effort towards that. This feels like, to me, with Cancer, I feel it's more about building this emotional stability within yourself. This also could have to do with family. So for some of you guys, I feel like you might be getting a little bit more like family orientated, and even accepting your family for who they are, for how they show up, and for how they've shaped you as a person. Because even though you've gone through trauma, I can feel that you've gone through trauma and just, you know, difficult situations when it comes to your family. And so essentially, I feel as though this year is about just allowing it all to be. So the biggest advice that I already have for you coming straight off the bat is that your year is all about the feelings and the emotions and like just opening up to this higher level of awareness. Third house talks about communication. It talks about our expression, and actually for some of you guys as well, you might be expressing yourselves on social media way more than you ever have in your past. So you could be actually talking a lot about your feelings, what you've been through, and by putting that out on social media and by like telling your story and allowing yourself to be that little bit more authentic and vulnerable, you're going to notice huge increases. You're going to notice just, you know, people really are feeling your energy, feeling your vibe. Cancer is ruled by the moon. It's that connection that we have to the divine feminine, essentially. And it feels as though by you opening up and allowing that divine feminine, doesn't matter if you're a masculine, but that divine feminine energy to flow through you in terms of just opening up and expressing and allowing life to sort of ebb and flow and move and not need to be any sort of way. This doesn't feel like it's super duper structured, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like it's all over the place either. This is about finding that happy medium in between. So I really, really love that, Group 1. This is a beautiful message straight off the bat. And with your song as well, I definitely think, listen to your song. I feel like it really is talking about, you know, obviously you've been through some storms in your own life. You're a seasoned traveler. You know, you felt lows and you felt highs. And I feel as though you've literally come to the realization, like I said before, that to numb one is to numb the other. So I feel like you're embracing and accepting it all. Wow, the High Priestess, Group 1. With that Cancer as well, some of you could even be like connecting with spirit a lot more and like channeling. This could even be pulling tarot cards for yourself. You know, just divination in any sort of way. This really is a very like intuitive year for you. I feel like you're really going to be embracing spirituality, essentially. So I'm going to grab a clarifying card for each one of these before I jump into it. High Priestess, please, Spirit, can you give me a card? Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Literally, look at this. Part of Fortune and the Wheel of Fortune. Group 1. This is going to be a big year for you. I feel like you're going to have a lot of gains. I really do. I feel like it's a lot of gains with you guys. King of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Some of you are going to be starting a business in 2022. So your advice is to, do it. Okay, King of Wands in reverse. It's not in reverse. Wow, we have the Queen of Swords coming out. Okay, so Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You also have the Knight of Wands come out and the King of Wands. So there's quite a bit of wands. Literally, this is wow, you got the Page, the Knight, and the King of Wands. The only one that's missing is the Queen. So that's really interesting. Oh, and you got more wands under here. 7 of Wands coming out as well. So, okay. This is going to be a year that is extremely connected to passion for you, creativity, and spirituality. I feel like you're really going to be opening yourself to receiving downloads from the divine, essentially. And I just feel as though it's almost like this silent, hidden power that you've had living within you is going to start brimming out and coming to the surface. So this High Priestess is definitely giving me big Cancer vibes. It definitely feels as though with Wheel of Fortune coming out as well that you're shifting your luck, you're shifting your the karmic wheel in your life, and I feel like this next year is all about getting the ball rolling. So I feel as though you've had this kind of resistance in terms of stepping forward into your power. So 2021 feels like it was maybe like learning and growing and just sort of like understanding things and feeling out different ways of expressing yourself. But I feel like 2022 for you guys is all about like setting it in, locking it in, making it happen, getting like essentially stepping into this confident new version of yourself that is just super duper switched on. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be putting yourselves out there on social media. I feel as though you're not going to be so focused on the fear of jumping off the ledge or jumping off the cliff or just the fear of starting something new. I feel as though you're going to be more so determined on, well, where is the future going to begin taking me? Because it does feel as though you're accepting the fact that life is up and life is down, and this past year that you've been through has probably been more of a feeling like life has been down. The next year for you guys is all about bringing life back up. So, this feels really exciting. It feels like you're going to progress. In the beginning, you might start off being like, excited and a little bit passionate and creative, and you're like, I feel like I should just do this thing. Then as you keep moving, you're going to find that you feel even more connected and even more inspired and passionate, to the point where you start to really want to build something. Group 1. So I feel like maybe finances as well haven't quite been where you've wanted them to be in this past year. And this Nine of Wands coming out on top of this King of Pentacles in the reverse is telling me that it sort of has to do with your passions. How passionate are you about making it happen? I feel like for you guys, Group 1, you give me more of the entrepreneurial vibes. I feel like you guys might be my group of people that are just creatives or entrepreneurs or just trying to like build a life that feels like it's more so on your own terms. And so the Knight of Wands is talking about get excited, get passionate, get creative. What can you do to change things up? I feel as though there could have been like this stagnant feeling throughout your 2021 where you've wanted to like move forward, but you just haven't quite felt as though maybe you have the resources, whether you have the time, the effort, the discipline, the connection, just essentially the commitment to this new path. And what I feel coming through for you for 2022, guys, is just so much more commitment and so much more excitement to the cause. I feel as though you're so clued on, so connected to Spirit. Spirit is literally speaking in your ear this year, like you are listening. And that's what this year is all about. It's about listening to the voice of Spirit as it's guiding you in this beautiful new direction. Some of you literally will be opening spiritual businesses. You will be, just starting a business that feels like it actually aligns with your soul and your heart. And I feel like with this King of Wands and this Queen of Wands coming out as your final sort of cards, it's sort of talking about like having discernment to know when is, the the right time to put effort into, maybe building? When is the right time to put effort into putting yourself out there? When is the right time to maybe give yourself a little bit of like a step back and to take care of yourself? I just feel as though with this Queen of Swords, she's just getting really clued on. She really knows what she's doing. She's kind of like, I am going to come at this head on, face on, front on. I'm going to stop ignoring maybe what I've been afraid of in the past, and I'm literally going to face it head on. This is really, really, really beautiful energy, Group 1. I really, really love it. So I'm going to grab one more clarifying card for this Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. What is the message? What would you like? Yeah, there's I didn't even see that star. I didn't even see that. Okay, so the bottom of the deck for you is the Seven of Pentacles, which does feel like you have already invested your energy into this a little bit throughout 2021, guys. But it feels as though there might have been like too much going on. It feels as though there's been, with this Seven of Cups in reverse, it's almost like too many options. Things have felt a little bit foggy. Maybe there's even been some delusion and illusion where you could have thought like, oh, I'm just going to start this thing, it's going to take off, and it's just going to be like so powerful and so awesome from the beginning. And maybe you've just had to kind of learn that it takes a little bit more than that. It takes a little bit more than just hoping and wishing and believing. And with this star, it's not saying to stop hoping. It's not saying to stop wishing. Your manifestation abilities are extremely strong moving into 2022. So it's all about how do you want to see this year ahead, and coming at things with like a really open and expansive mind and a lot of faith. Faith is really coming through for you guys. So you might have felt like things haven't been working in your favor throughout 2021. This is the year to switch things up. 2022 is about solidifying things, grounding them in, rooting it in, making this year all about you, not allowing any excuses to come up to stop you. It's all about how can I rebirth as the most high vibe version of me, as the most authentic and vulnerable. And that this star card is all about being authentic and vulnerable, and that's what we talked about with your Cancer, I feel, in the messages. A lot of you guys are going to be putting yourselves out there on social media, and you're going to really gain recognition when it comes to opening up about your authenticity, being your authentic self, because it's a very hard thing to do. It's very difficult to put yourself out there and to be honest about things in life and the way you feel, because we kind of have been taught that social media is this beautiful highlight reel and everyone else's life is like so much more exciting than ours, and it's not true. It's someone's highlight reel. They're not talking about the difficult moments that it took for them to get to where they're going. So you're going to be changing things up and actually really talking about the difficulties in life, and that's going to bring people straight to you. You're going to feel magnetic. I feel as though there's like just this magnetic feeling about you where people just kind of like are seeing how you've changed, seeing how you've glowed up, seeing how you are not sort of losing yourself in all the options anymore. Wow, you're not fragmenting yourself, you're not wow, you're just kind of becoming your most authentic self, and people are really seeing it. So the bottom of the deck for you, this is the last kind of message we have regarding your 2022. So advice for you guys: break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. Exactly, because we did bring up the family before. And this is you maybe just accepting, okay, my family is the way it is. They're a bunch of crazy mofos. It's just the way it is, I'm just going to accept it. This is about rewriting the future. How can you look at life differently, and how can you literally, you actually have the power right now to write your future, to create it. Your mind is so powerful, and with this third house as well, this is saying write it down. Write down your vision for 2022, and maybe even write down a perfect day in the life, or write down your perfect year in review, or even you could do it from past tense, 2022 was such an amazing year because, just kind of vibing out and feeling how you can get more excited about the vision that you're creating, the life that you're creating, because this is about getting excited about life, Group 1. So we have align your life. What is not aligned? what is not aligned or needs to change. So yeah, this fragmented going back and forth, not quite sure which decision to make, even just this melancholy attitude as though your seeds are growing too slowly, as if things are moving too slowly. Everything's about to change for you guys, and change is really, really important for you throughout this year. So it's becoming comfortable with the change. It's also literally taking a review, maybe take a life review as we're moving into 2022, and have a look at what worked in 2021, what have I done that was amazing, what can I be really proud of, and what can I do better, what can I change, what needs to shift in order for me to grow. It's all about stepping out of restriction, group 1. You're opening up to like allowing the universe to really like allowing yourself to receive from the universe, really, because it feels like this has been blocked in your past, and now it's opening up. So then the last card we have is Unbound, releasing soul contracts, patterns, and past lives. So this once again has to do with family and people close to you. Third house actually correlates directly to siblings. So some of you guys have got issues with your siblings. But you know, just people very close to you, even people that feel like family. But essentially, this is releasing the soul contracts that are no longer serving you, because you haven't been able to have this new beginning while you've been holding on to the past. You've been holding on to soul contracts that weren't serving you anymore. You know, this could be friends that you've been with for a long time. You love these people, but they're not moving with you in this next direction. You know, they're not leveling up the same way you are. If we're the culmination of the top 5 people we spend our time with, then take a good long hard look at the top 5 people you are spending that time with, because you know you have so much opportunity here. This feels to me like potential, like the potential here for you in 2022. Group 1 is incredible, but you do need to open your mind, break the chains, release some of this ancestral healing, ancestral trauma that has sort of been like keeping you stuck, and allow the wheel to turn, because this is a very karmic year, 2022, for you guys. This is you, I feel as though you're actually going to be receiving the karma that you have not received in your past, because you still have been learning to align yourself, and you still have had elements of fragmentation where you know you've had to recall parts of you. So this is a reclamation of self, group 1. This year is all about reclaiming yourself and being the best version of you that you can possibly be, and not needing, you know, not that to do that because, you know, I'm just going to be my best self, so that like, you know, not from a superficial way. This is more so like, how can you literally live a life that you absolutely adore because you just want to be here on earth? Like, this is stripping away all that intensity and needing to be any certain way, and just being the star that you are, the beautiful soul that you are, in all that your natural authenticity, because you were perfect, you were born perfect. You've just had to remember that perfection that you were always sort of born with. So group 1, that is what I have for you, my loves. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this could have brought you guys some more clarity, and I just hope that you guys have the most beautiful 2022. I feel like this is a really beautiful reading for you guys. I feel like you've got so much power coming through. There's a lot of power, and a lot of just like strong-minded willingness and discernment that's coming through for you guys. So you're not going to allow things that didn't serve you to continue playing a role in your life. So my loves, like this video if it resonated. It really helps with the algorithm. You know, like it if it hit home. You can comment, of course, and you know, let me know what's going on with you. I'm always interested to know what's going on. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I'm going to be doing lots more videos if this GoPro holds out on me. And yeah, you can also check out my Instagram and my YouTube, and obviously I do personal readings, so if you want to check the link in my bio, in the description box below, then you'll be able to book through there, or you can book through my YouTube banner. So yes, check me out on Instagram and TikTok and all that sort of jazz, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you to your guides, my guides, and all of the beautiful benevolent beings that are surrounding us in all moments for delivering this beautiful, powerful, and inspiring message to us all right now. I will see you in the next reading, group 1. Rock on. And I don't know why I keep telling people to rock on, but rock on. Hello, beautiful group 2s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this red whiteboard marker, red, that's bloody orange. Interesting. Then this is going to be your reading. So, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, interesting. Literally, as soon as I just started trying to film for you guys, I felt a little bit scatterbrained. And I was thinking while I was listening to your song and shuffling your cards, I actually felt like there's a lot going on for you guys in 2022, and it could be a little bit overwhelming at times. I feel like a lot of you guys are really getting to the bag. So that doesn't surprise me whatsoever, because we actually have the North Node moving into Taurus in January. I feel like it's around January 19th. I feel like it's around the time. Yeah, I think it's January 19th. So the nodes are actually going to be shifting, which is going to be a completely different vibe in the collective, because we've currently had the North Node in Gemini. Oh my god! Gemini! Yo, legit, because we've had the North Node in Gemini, and it's been like very thought focused, very mind based, very much like about communicating and blah, blah, like all that sort of stuff. Whereas Taurus is all about grounding. It's the earth element, you know, and Taurus does rule over money, material possessions and things. So it does feel like 2022 is getting a little bit more just like concerned with the physical things in life, physical matters. So we have 7th house of partners coming out, and Jupiter return benefits. Ooh, some of you guys are having a Jupiter return. So where's Jupiter now? Jupiter is in Aquarius, yeah. So some of you guys might actually have your Jupiter in Pisces. And when Jupiter moves into Pisces, because Neptune coming out, legit, Neptune rules Pisces. This is crazy. But when Jupiter moves into Pisces, I think that you guys might actually notice that there's a big increase. So the first thing I'm noticing here with your cards and your energy moving into 2022, so this is the energy that's kind of like surrounding your year. We have green and we have blue. So this is heart chakra and throat chakra. So it feels like things of the heart are really, really coming up for you, but you're also going to be expressing things a lot more throughout 2022. With Gemini coming out, I definitely think you guys are making some choices. I feel as though you're making choices with this Neptune sacrifice coming out that are really going to benefit you in the long run. And this could definitely have to do with partners, with, does that say 7th house? Yeah, 7th house thing. So partners, this doesn't have to be romantic. It could be business, it could be friendships, it could be, acquaintances, just people and relationships in general. I feel like you're going to be making some sacrifices. You're going to be cutting some people out. You're going to be deciding to shift and change up the way you think as well. Some of you guys could have had like a little bit of a negative mindset, or just not even a negative mindset, but you've had problems in the past with controlling your mind. With Neptune coming out, the mind can feel very foggy, and just it can be very confusing, and you can't quite get a solid understanding on anything. And so it's kind of just this really deep, it's a very deep energy, but it can also just be really, really confusing. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, some of you guys, I'm sorry to say it, but you're going to be breaking up with someone or you're thinking about breaking up with someone at the moment. Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, interesting. Now this makes more sense. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. So this is a karmic shift it's destined to happen. It feels like this is a destined moment in time for you, Group 2. I want to warn you that some of you are going to be letting people go. Some of you are literally going to be, you may have a death in the family, and that is what causes you to have to sacrifice and release someone without maybe wanting to. But for some of you guys, you are going to be choosing to make the sacrifice yourself, and you are going to be releasing someone. You're going to be letting them go, and this doesn't have to be so much that it's getting a divorce, but for some of you it definitely could be. But this could just be like kind of that sounds dicky. I was going to say ditching your friend group, but this is kind of like maybe seeing that they're just are not some there's going to be struggle to try and like put this out there, and because like I said, as soon as I got a new energy, it was a bit confusing. I think you guys have been confused. This Neptune feels as though it's been kind of confusing you and making this this whole situation that little bit more foggy. I also feel called to ask you guys if you know where Neptune is currently sitting in your, in your progress chart, or just in your chart in general. Because wherever Neptune's been, Neptune has literally just gone direct. And so this is probably why you might find yourself thinking a little bit clearer on this particular relationship, or relationships. Could be more than one. You could be really leaving a romantic relationship. You could also be like maybe saying goodbye to some of your friends. So put it where it fits, because this is obviously a general reading for a general group of people, a general audience. But what really feels as though is coming up big time for you guys in 2022 is needing to set boundaries, needing to put your walls up. Obviously, I'm really feeling with this death card that there are things that are going to die. There are things that are going to need to be released. And death doesn't mean that something's actually physically going to die. I don't want to say that that's not 100% possible for some of you, because we do have some cards out here that just the vibe I'm getting is maybe for one or two of you, you could lose a family member. And I mean like maybe a grandparent or something like that. Like someone that is sort of been around for a long time, that has actually had the pleasure of celebrating and enjoying their life. It's just maybe that it's time for the wheel to turn, and for them to return home back to the spiritual realms. So essentially, for the rest of you, some of you guys are literally going to be sacrificing and releasing a relationship with someone that you have previously really cared about. For some of you guys, you could consider this person to be your twin flame, or just a real soulmate, a real soul connection. But essentially just someone that you've really, really held in high regard. There definitely could be a fire sign, or you could be a fire sign as well, but this other person could be a fire sign for sure. It just sort of feels as though, I'm actually going to clarify this King of Wands, but it just kind of feels as though this year is calling you into more personal power. And so that could be why you're releasing some of the relationships that haven't really been super beneficial for you, because I did just see the Devil there in reverse. So, a little bit toxic, a little bit just not quite necessary for your soul's evolution anymore. It just kind of feels as though you're evolving past whatever this is, and it's time to sort of like make the decision and to like slay the dragon is literally what I just heard in my head. So the Page of Swords with the Star in reverse, this is you needing to be honest about some things that really haven't been healthy. Essentially, it's kind of like this feeling, Page of Swords with the Star in reverse. It's like you see that you are worthy of something that is so much more wholesome. I feel as though you're seeing that you're worthy of just being loved and honored and protected and nourished by the people around you. And I feel as though maybe you haven't been on the receiving end of that in your past. So I feel as though you guys are going to be thinking an awful lot throughout this year on the sacrifices that you need to make to bring yourself into this star, because the fact that she's coming out in the reverse feels to me as though this is what you're wanting, but you're not there. Especially with the Page of Swords, like you're realizing that it's something you want, but it's not kind of where you're at yet. There are some things that need to happen. The Star comes after the Tower, and I don't know if the Tower has fallen yet. I don't know if there's been that crumbling, because the Star is that moment of vulnerability when you rebirth as something totally new. See how she's completely naked? It's almost like this feeling of being stripped from our previous identity. And so I think that's what's really coming up for you, is sacrificing, stripping. I'm really hearing this word sacrifice. Stripping away the identities that were not in service to you. I definitely feel as though there could even be someone from your past for some of you that are watching you on social media and seeing how you're actually really glowing up. So for some of you guys, I feel like there are a few different groups in here. For some of you guys, you will be making this decision and leaving this relationship and just changing things up. And for others of you, you might have already done that, or this has already happened. And this could be someone looking to return because they see how much you have sort of shifted and changed, and how magnetic you are, and how just connected you are to the spirit realm. I feel like there's a lot of spiritual energy here as well with this star, Jupiter and Neptune coming out. And I feel like with Gemini coming out, you're really, it's very much this way of portraying yourself that feels divine. I feel as though the way you speak is divine, the way you write is divine, the way you put, just yourself out there. And definitely social media could be something for you guys as well. And this is a very similar message that we got to group 1. So some of you guys could have definitely had felt the call between the two. I would say that if you did, go back and watch group 1 as well, because it's probably a relevant message for you too. But this one is more so focused on actual. Oh, sorry about that, my loves. My camera just ran out of battery. Sorry. Okay, so for you guys, it's a lot about relationships, because I feel like you're repairing the relationship that you have to yourself. I feel like you're not compromising your integrity anymore. You're not compromising who you are as a person, because I do feel like there is just this energy that's coming up for you guys that feels like a sacrifice. I'm noticing a lot of 3s as well. Like, I'm just noticing on that trident that there's 3 things. There's 3 swords through the heart, and you've got the 3 of cups out here as well. So for some of you guys, this could be happening in March. Aquarius to March season, or Aquarius to Pisces season, or just like, February to March. But essentially, it feels, I want to get a clarifying card for this. You know what? I'm just going to grab a clarifying card for all these. Okay, so Death is the Queen of Swords, 100%. Discernment. Like I said, you guys are really thinking next year. You're thinking about what you need to sacrifice, what you need to let go of, what you need to release. There are some commitments that sure as shit aren't going with you further than the beginning of 2022, or just wherever it is that you're watching this, that you're not going to be keeping in your life for too much longer. Wow, look at that. We have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. Wow, with Justice. So some of you guys could definitely 100% have someone return from your past in 2022, and it might shock the absolute living F out of you. But they might show up and like, wow, okay, amazing, weird. This is really interesting, you guys. You guys are really, really interesting, your reading. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun in reverse. So, okay, we have the Queen of Swords clarifying this Death card. This is you getting clear on what you need to let go of, what you are changing, what you're releasing, what needs to be rebirthed in your life. The Hierophant in reverse coming out with this 3 of Swords is saying that there is a commitment that needed to be released, that needs to be released. There is something, or essentially just a more unconventional way of moving, and I just saw 222 on the clock, so that could be some of your numbers. But it's like this moving forward without convention anymore. I get from this Hierophant in the reverse, like this feeling of like just breaking conventions, breaking through things, changing things up. And I want to really tell you guys that with Jupiter return coming out, when you actually do this for yourself, and when you actually make a sacrifice that you need to make in order to like be your most happy, high vibe Queen of Wands self, which is someone that is really, really magnetic and powerful and spiritually connected and confident and sure of themselves. They wear their heart. It's not so much that they wear, well, no, I feel as though it's wearing their heart on their sleeve because they already know, they've already integrated their shadow. It's okay to put yourself out there. Like, the Queen of Wands isn't afraid to tell it like it is and just show it like it is. Same with the Queen of Swords, put it out there. So I do feel with that coming out with the 4 of Wands as well, is saying that there is so much happiness that is coming for you in 2022, my loves. So, I feel as though there could definitely be someone returning from the past, but there's also the complete and utter possibility that you do meet someone that you absolutely, genuinely adore. Someone that is the right person for you. Because I feel like with this Magician coming out at the end as well, with all the crap that you've sort of gone through, or that you will be going through in the beginning of the year in regards to this particular relationship, it's really going to set you on the trajectory to manifesting what you want, the life that you truly want. I feel as though it's bringing out like your like with this Star card, like the hope and faith for the future that you didn't quite have before. It's almost like, you know how sometimes, and I truly believe that breakups can be some of the most transformative experiences that we can go through, because essentially you completely, you know, in a way you lose that life. You lose that part of yourself that was with that particular person, and then so you get the opportunity to now rebirth as someone totally new. And that's what I feel like this is all about for you. I also want to say some of you guys could definitely be a Gemini, and that could be why there's this always like not sure, uncertainty around whether you should release this person or not, because it's kind of like, well, on the one hand yes, but on the other hand no, like I'm comfortable. You know, we have good conversations, maybe there are things that like I really like about this person, but overall there seems to be this like general feeling of like, I don't know if it's right. So, you know, if you are feeling that, my love, then this is definitely, if this has been playing on your mind with this particular person, then this is confirmation that it might be a really good time to think about changing things up in the relationship. And I don't want to say that this death and this Three of Swords has got to be completely breaking up with someone. I want it to be that the relationship has to transform, it has to change, that the heartbreak needs to stop. I do feel as though there's going to be a lot, listen to me, there's going to be a lot of healing for you, and like almost like this balance in your masculine and feminine energies coming in as well. But I do feel like you're going to be so confident in knowing that you deserve a divine union. Like this feels like a divine feminine and masculine energy coming together as one in like this beautiful spiritual harmony, especially with justice. So some of you guys could literally like find that you know, you go through all this heartbreak, but in the end you end up getting married at the end of the year, you know, like something comes through that is like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. Like this year started out like I was like just having a hard time of it, and then by the end of the year you find that you've found like this beautiful divine counterpart. So I do want to say too, for some of you, you could have literally a Scorpio come out of the mix and just kind of like try and shake things up with you a little. That's not going to be for everyone, but I do see the King of Cups as a Scorpio. It just gives me Scorpio vibes. So essentially there is going to be a lot of emotional balance and harmony that comes in for you over this year. And I suppose the advice that Spirit really has for you is to ride the wave and to let things die that need to die off. You know, there needs to be sacrifice that's made here. There's something that you need to let go of. There's something that you've been holding on to too tight and that needs to release. And that's what 2022 is kind of about for you, because this Sun in reverse, it's not giving me the vibe like you're not going to be happy. It's giving me the vibe like you need to kind of work towards that happiness. Page of Cups as well coming out is like this playful inner child excitement that sort of, and look, the Sun is the child as well. So, you know, this is kind of like really, I'm getting like this, it could be a very, very exciting year for you, Group 2, but it does come with, you know, some healing of wounds and some healing of just like the heart space and releasing some things that really aren't healthy for you to be holding on to anymore. I also feel Page of Cups does talk sometimes about forgiveness, you know, and the Three of Cups can be reconciliation and coming back together. So for some of you guys, you definitely do have someone that wants to return, and sort of, it could even be that they want to, look, Six of freaking Swords. They kind of like want to just maybe check things out and see how things are going with you, because I do feel like someone has still got this sort of attachment to you. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Someone from the past, I do feel, is wanting to come back around, because they can see how much you have glowed up, my love. They can see that you've sort of like stepped out onto this new world stage, and that you've got so much opportunity ahead of you and in front of you. And I feel as though, and for some of you guys, you know, you're working on your own shit, you're building your own empire. And so I feel like this person that you have released, that you had to make a sacrifice for in order to get to where you're going, could definitely be coming up and saying like, hey, look at me, remember me? Like this Seven of Swords, it's kind of shady energy. We have the Six and the Seven of Swords. So it's kind of like, you're being called to, or this person's being called to just maybe like tiptoe into your life. Like I'm literally just noticing his feet like I was tiptoeing. I'm seeing them try and tiptoe and creep back kind of into your field because they haven't quite released you yet. And this is definitely like, you know, they can see how much you two actually really are aligned. Like this energy, and I do not want to be this tarot reader. I really try and steer clear of this. Because I got sucked into it for a long time, you know. I thought I have a twin flame, or whatever you want to call it, a particular soul contract that I really, really, really struggled to let go of. I really couldn't let go of this person, and I would listen to all these tarot readings that would give me hope, and, you know, in the end, it never really quite came into fruition. So I sort of feel as though, like, I really don't want to be that tarot reader for you guys. So for some of you, please just use your discernment, use your Queen of Swords energy, and just sort of say, if this person does come back, then please know that, like, if it doesn't suit you, if you had to release them for a reason, then stick to that, because I think that, you know, there's always a reason for everything. But the cards that I'm getting right now, like, I wish that I could say, I don't feel this energy coming through, but I do. I feel like it's someone from the past. And we've got Scorpio out here again. Like, some of you guys could literally have, like, you know, this could even be a Scorpio family member that you have had in your past, that, just a family member, a water sign in general. Maybe that, like, you've just really had some troubles with, and they're kind of coming back around now and trying to, like, even out the scales and balance things out and sort of, like, offer things in a mutual way. And maybe this could even be just talking it out. So for others of you, there's also this feeling as though, like, you could be meeting a divine counterpart because you have released someone, because you did sacrifice someone, because you did sacrifice energy that wasn't serving you, and now you're stepping into energy that does serve you. 11:11 on the clock too. So, you know, you're being guided by the angels, you're being guided by your higher self and your inner knowing. With that Neptune coming out as well, you know, this is the connection to the ethers. And so you know how connected you are, and it's brought you on this new trajectory in life, and now you're standing here at the precipice with, well, what do I want to create? So you've got a lot of power in 2022, guys. I just want you to be as clear as you possibly can be in regards to this relationship in specifically that is coming up, and you guys will know, like, if this is not your reading, then you'll be just like, what the hell? So, you know, this is obviously for a specific people, specific someone, and you'll know who it is, okay? So what is the advice that you have for group 2, especially in regards to this person in 2022? Okay, Starseed. We have Starseed, what lights you up? We have Unbound, no way, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. And Pillar of Light, your vibration is raising and you are the oracle. Down at the bottom of the deck, we have Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand behind you. Yeah, no way you're alone, especially with this Neptune and the star and that. You've got a lot of angelic guidance, like I said. Earth guidance, like ancestral guidance, just a lot of, like, non-physical beings that are surrounding you. I also do want to say that you guys in group 2, you are star seeds. You might find that you actually have a lot of galactic guidance that is surrounding you. So the advice that you guys have is, what lights you up? What makes you excited? What makes you feel passionate and, you know, happy? And with this Magician, like, it's asking you to create the life that you want. It's asking you to create the life that makes you feel happy, because I feel like you guys have been in relationships that didn't quite make you as happy as you would have wanted. It's sort of like that feeling, like, you know, you get in a relationship when you're young and you just kind of don't know how you've ended up 60 years down the line. Like that kind of energy where all of a sudden you're like, yo, I think I kind of, like, I need to switch something up because this doesn't feel like it's serving me anymore, and I feel like I've just been avoiding needing to make this decision. So what lights you up, group 2? What makes you happy? What brings you joy? What brings you life? If you need to do it on your own for a bit, then this is guidance to do it on your own, because, you know, there are soul contracts that need to be released, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. You know, you've had multiple past lives with this person. It feels like this person is kind of like, look at this infinity sign above the Magician's head. round and round we go, you know, infinity loop. And I'm pretty sure we got the Wheel of Fortune as well when we first started this reading. So for you guys, it's been going around and round and round and round and round. And this is time for you to get off. 2022 is about you having your justice, your karmic rebalance. For your vibration is raising. What does it say? You are the oracle. So with Gemini coming out as well, throat chakra, you guys are speaking your truth a lot. Same with Page of Swords. A lot of you could be speaking up on social media, putting yourselves out there, telling your story, saying this is what's happened. You know, this is, some of you could even actually be talking about some of these past relationships that really didn't serve you, and how you released the soul contract, how you have actually moved on, how you've actually been able to, you know, step into this higher wisdom and more aligned inner wealth of power, because you're moving towards what lights you up. And as you do that, you will receive benefits. Jupiter will bless you, because the thing with Jupiter is you don't have to work quite as hard as Saturn, but you still need to put in work in order to receive the benefits. Jupiter is all about luck and abundance and joy, and like, it's big, and that's why it's ruled by Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is such a high vibrational energy. Jupiter, high vibrational. This is all about bringing you and raising you into a higher vibration. Not to say that your vibration needs to be like any certain way, but it's just uplifting your soul into feeling like, I feel as though, look at the difference in these cards. Look at how grey and dark this is, and look at how light this is. Think of the vibration of how this feels to be going through, and think of the vibration of how this feels to be experiencing. So you guys are going to be releasing soul contracts that have kept you feeling stuck, and moving into a way of being that feels so high vibe and exciting and spiritually connected and just genuine, all around joyful. Like, I just feel like it's going to feel really, really joyful and expansive, and you're really going to be talking to spirit a lot, which I really, really love. So anyway, group 2, this went a little bit over time, I'm sorry, but let me know if this resonated. I hope this was helpful. I hope that this could bring you some clarity and give you some guidance surrounding your 2022. I really just want to let you guys know that, you know, you deserve to be happy. You deserve a relationship that feels like it actually will commit to you, as well as something that I want to say. And, you know that what you truly want is out there. It just might take time, and it just might take a little effort, but what it really does take is your clarification and your knowing and your trusting that you deserve that, and, you know, writing it down, thinking it out, meditating on it, putting it all into, you know, making it real. When we write, we make things real, you know. So really, really work on manifestation next year, because you really are ready to like step into a whole new version of you, and I feel like it's really, really exciting. So that is what I have for you, my loves. Let me know if you could give this video a like, a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. That would be very handy, because it's very good for the algorithm in getting this out to more human beings that need to hear the message. So yeah, obviously subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that through the link down below. Also, you can book through my YouTube banner. You can head to my website, www.crystallinepriestess.com, and you can book through there. Check out my Instagram and my TikTok, because I am pretty active over there. And yeah, that's pretty much what I got for you, my loves. Also, make sure you check out your songs. So I am so thankful for you, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, all the beautiful benevolent beings that have been surrounding us during this reading and offering us these beautiful messages. And I will see you guys in the next reading. I love you so much. Farewell. Welcome, group 3, my loves. If you chose this green whiteboard marker, then this is going to be the reading for you, beloved. So your year 2022. I feel like it's going to move really fast for you, group 3. I feel like things are just going to be like, I don't know, I kind of get this feeling like of just like taking off. And I sort of feel as though you guys are really quite focused and dedicated to the glow up, to the level up, to just owning your shit, essentially. I feel like it's interesting because, you know, you guys are my last pile, and there's been similar messages, and it's not surprising, because we are in a collective, and we do go through very similar things all at once. And so I feel like 2022 is a massive year for the collective to really focus on leveling up and to... I was literally about to say that, that's crazy. I was about to say, like, and to get a lot more, like, practical and solid in our life, particularly because, and I mentioned this to group 2 as well, the North Node is going to be in Taurus in 2022. So that's that Jupiter abundance. Taurus is abundance, and the South Node is going to be in Scorpio. So I feel as though this is going to bring about a lot of transformation for you. I really feel like these nodal shifts are really going to be like hitting people essentially. So the cards you have, so this is kind of the theme for your year, the energies that are surrounding your year in general. So you have Scorpio, I transform, Jupiter, abundance, Capricorn, I use, and Moon, soul, which I think this is awesome. So group 3, you guys really are going to be getting to work. Like I was saying, like I feel like you guys are committed to the glow up. You're committed to the level up. Scorpio, I transform. You guys are transforming, especially with regards to your career. I feel as though with Moon, soul coming out, you're trying, or you're feeling called to do something that's more aligned with your soul and your resonance, and something that you can actually... It's giving me sort of creative vibes. So it's like something that nourishes and feeds your soul is also something that you can do in order to like create financial stability and abundance for yourself. Jupiter coming out is talking about literal abundance, you know. Jupiter moves into Pisces very soon and will be in Pisces, I think, through all of 2022. It could just be towards December that moves closer to Aries, but essentially I feel like Jupiter in Pisces is really going to be quite expansive, and it's going to really excite a lot of us and bring a lot of blessings in, really, because it is the final stage of Jupiter's progression, because Pisces is the last sign, Aries is the beginning of the sign of the zodiac. So, you know, Pisces is at the end. So we are going to be receiving a lot of blessings, and I feel like your blessings are really coming in the transformation to do with work. Yes, finances as well, because Scorpio as well, it's this Taurus Scorpio axis, and that is correlated to finances. But Scorpio is more so what you receive. It's the intimate financial, the intimacy you have with others when you share finances. Oh my God. You know, it's intimacy in general. It's the depth, and it's the shadows, and it's darkness. And I really feel as though with Capricorn coming out underneath that it is about transforming and transmuting your career and essentially the way you create abundance in this world. I really feel like that's what's really going to change a lot. So let's get some cards now. I really do love this Jupiter abundance card. I do feel as though, you know, there is something... No, wait, did we just... Yeah. There's something that wants to come in for you guys, for sure. And it does. It feels like it's something that... Wow, you got a lot of reversals coming out. Can I have one more? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Alright, bottom of the deck energy. The Queen of Swords. Alright, my loves. So, the first card you had out was actually the Four of Swords in reverse. The next card you had out was the Three of Swords upright, which is interesting. So, yeah, this feels like healing your relationship. In particular, because you have this Emperor out in reverse, it could definitely have to do with your relationship to establishments, to authority, to all that sort of stuff, but it also could be talking about your actual father or a father figure, or essentially just with your divine masculine in general. So, especially with Moon coming out, because the Moon is the divine feminine, and we do have the Queen of Swords in reverse down here. So it does feel as though you guys could have been struggling to maintain a balance between your masculine and your feminine energy. And what I mean by that is when you're in too much of your feminine energy, you find that you don't really want to do anything. It's a little bit more It's the receiving, feminine energy is all about receiving and being open and flowing and all that sort of stuff. Masculine energy is more so about the drive and the force and the making things happen and the bringing it together and the action orientation. So I feel as though when they're out of balance, we have a little bit too much of one, a little bit not enough of the other. It's a little bit like we either don't try hard enough at all and we just expect our blessings to come and they don't, or we try too hard and we're forcing things and making things just so rigid and structured that we also don't allow our blessings. So I feel like what's coming up for you guys, especially with this 9 of Cups in reverse underneath Capricorn I use, and then lastly you had the 9 of Pentacles, which I love. So you guys are trying to manifest a wish coming true, a dream coming into fruition, and it feels financial, it feels career-wise, it feels like something so that you can feel free. And I feel like that's what's coming up, is you needing to heal this energy within you. Because I feel as though, you got Moon here, which is feminine, you got Jupiter here, which is masculine. There's a lot of in between, and with Scorpio in the middle, and then underneath you have Jupiter return benefits. Wow, in the 8th house underneath that's crazy. Some of you could actually have your Jupiter in Scorpio or in the 8th house. So essentially, this just feels as though you're healing your relationship to authority in regards to work. I feel as though you're starting to see that you can actually be the authority figure in your own life, as opposed to having someone else tell you that you need to be in a certain way. Because the vibe I kind of get from you guys is you want to be independent, especially financially independent. You want to work for yourself. You want to have all your sort of shit together. You want to do your thing. This is, one of my favorite tarot readers, she calls this her smart, sexy single card. And I love it. And it doesn't have to mean that you're single, but it just kind of means that you're independent. You have worked to create this abundance for yourself that is just now overflowing. So the fact that that's your last card tells me you will do this for sure. But your advice is, and the reason that you're sort of called to this reading is because there's some clarification that really needs to come forward for you. The Queen of Swords in reverse says that you aren't quite cognizant yet of the direction to move in, or not so much direction, but it could be just on the steps it takes, on how to make it happen, to how to do it. And I feel as though with the Queen of Swords in reverse as well, this can sometimes be getting overwhelmed and lashing out at other people, and maybe coming off as a bit cruel at times. But that cruelty or that anger that comes through when you're trying to portray yourself, and it even could be in the workplace. Maybe you get mad so often because in your heart that being there is breaking your heart. It's not the place for you. It's literally just deepening these swords in further, pushing harder. So, there's a level of contentment that you're trying to reach, and I feel as though you haven't quite been able to put yourself in alignment with it just yet. And I feel like this Queen of Swords in reverse, and underneath that we have the King of Wands as well. So this is entrepreneur vibes once again. Some of you guys, and I'm getting this a lot with these readings, I don't know if it's just the people that are drawn to my vibration, let me know in the comments. But I feel as though there's just this feeling of wanting to be free, and everybody's really, really keen on setting themselves loose essentially and following their creative passions and their flow. And I feel like your soul is speaking to you at the moment. It's putting, this is soul-led business. Ooh, for some of you guys, this is literally soul-led, spiritual-led business, and you are transforming your entire life through stepping into this. I feel like the South Node in Scorpio might actually be really beneficial for you guys, because it's kind of helping you to, and the North Node being in Taurus, helping you to align more so with the earthly realm and with making practical choices and making things happen. I do love the South Node in Scorpio as sort of when you think about the South Node, and it's interesting that I'm even bringing up the South Node so much in your reading, so there's obviously a lot of correlation here, but the South Node talks about the gifts that we kind of come into life already having, and so this is why we can find ourselves really getting stuck in our comfort zone, which is the South Node. So with Scorpio being in the South Node, that means that we've come in with this I'm seeing like it as a magnifying glass, like, or binoculars, like getting deep into the depths of the underworld, you know, the hidden things in life, the things that just don't quite make sense, that don't sort of like shine on the surface, you know, the things that we need to go a little bit deeper, the things that are a little bit taboo to sort of like learn and grow about. Scorpio rules over the things that are occult and things like that. So I feel as though with this being in the South Node, you know, that's a superpower that we can use to propel us further into our future, which with Taurus being stability, we're wanting stability. You guys with the Emperor in reverse coming out as well, it's talking about the opportunity for that ability to grow. I feel as though you guys have had bosses in your past that have been douchebags, to put it lightly, or, you know, just somebody, whether it's some kind of authority figure in your life, could even be a partner, could be an ex, could be, you know, someone you work with in business, could have been just the authority and the government in general with what they're kind of doing at the moment. You're wanting to free yourself from it all. You're wanting to like release and let things go and follow in your own, follow your own compass essentially. Like, I feel as though I'm really noticing the yellow ball that he has in his hand here, and it feels like it's activating my solar plexus. I'm also noticing there's a lot of yellow on these too. So this is a lot of confidence coming up for you guys, and that's the healing that's going to be coming through for you guys, because I feel like you can feel it at the moment. You've already started along this path. You're just learning how to like bring this all in together, because maybe you've never you know, had your own little business before, you know, maybe you've never had to be a manager before, or, you know, you've never had to step up, but this feels like it's calling you towards stepping up, and this is you needing to own the fact that you deserve it. I like that Capricorn is here, because Capricorn knows how, I'm sorry if you can hear that weird noise. Capricorn knows how worthy they are, you know, they know that the hard work has to be put in order to get anywhere in life, and they're willing to do it because they see themselves as worthy, you know. This is like, I kind of see Capricorn as just like, Capricorn is born, it's an old soul kind of energy. It knows that there are things that it needs to do in order to get to where it needs to go. Whereas another sign, maybe like Pisces, me, we're kind of a little bit more like, you know, I'm just going to imagine my dreams into reality. So like, this feels like a really big step forward in practicality for you, my beautiful group threes. So let's get a couple clarifying cards on these with the Four of Swords, please, Spirit. Can I have a clarifier? Yes, you're healing your relationship to money. Literally, to money, especially to abundance. Yes, yes. You are moving in the direction that your soul is calling you towards. Nine of Cups in reverse. I think the universe is teaching you to get ready and to not want instant gratification. Are you guys freaking kidding me? You just got the freaking sun. Shoot! I just nearly bent that card. Oops. Holy F. This is just redonkulous. Okay, the Emperor in reverse. So far, I think you guys have got the best reading. Don't tell any of the other groups. That's funny too, because the Emperor card and the Justice card, I always think that they look really similar. And they came out with each other. No. No. Okay, so Nine of Pentacles is the last card. Judgment. Stop it. Bottom of the deck. Okay, guys, this is so awesome. So awesome. 2022 is going to be mad for you guys. So, you're not going to be blocking your own blessings anymore by essentially ignoring the hand of God. Like, the universe has been trying to bless you, you know, give you what it is that you really want, which I feel like is resources. I feel like you want to glow up, you want to level up, you want to experience the life that you know you came here to live. Like, you guys feel like to me as if, and it's interesting because I bet you I choose this group. I'm not going to be biased, I'm going to try not to be biased, but I bet you I choose this group. Because I'm getting like, it's reminding me of when I was a kid. I literally used to sit there and say to my family all the time, I'm going to be rich when I grow up. I know that I'm going to be rich. I know I'm going to be rich. I know I'm going to be rich. I know I'm going to be rich. And it was funny because when my family would ask, why do you want to be rich? I'd be like, so I can give all my money to the RSPCA. You know, it wasn't because I just want to be this fancy rich bitch. It was actually because I wanted to help animals. But I'm bringing this up because you guys feel like you've known in your soul your whole life how powerful you are and how much you actually need to step into. Some of you guys also could have Leo energy, but I'm getting with this Sun card that some of you are like performers, artists, like Leo vibes, you know, that you're creative. And that you have something to share via that. And it's funny because now that I'm an astrologer, I understand astrology. I have Jupiter in my second house, and I have Pluto in my second house as well. Second house of Taurus, money. Now I know that yes, I am 100% destined for riches. I've always known that, and that's the amazing thing, is you guys are coming into that soul recognition as well. You know, when I learned that in astrology, I went, aha, makes sense. You know, it all fits. This is like everything coming full circle, guys, like full circle. I love it so much because instead of blocking your blessings, you're letting things go, you're letting what needs to die be dead. Temperance, legit, you are healing, you're learning moderation, you're learning to balance things, you're learning to essentially like calm your emotions, to take care of your body. I do feel as though some of you will actually potentially be like going more plant-based, and I don't want to say like vegan or anything, but eating more fruits and vegetables, you know, taking care of your body, fasting a little bit, eating well, all that sort of stuff, really coming up for you guys. So 5 of Pentacles in reverse with this 4 of Swords, you're healing your relationship when it comes to resources completely. Instead of feeling as if you've been left outside in the cold and you've been like struggling. See, this is the only card in the tarot that has snow on it. It's struggle. It's talking about struggle. You know, these people are outside in the cold when there's a beautiful warm church inside there. They don't realize that they could go inside. You know, this is, and with that 4 of Cups as well, we're not realizing how much we're actually blocking our blessings, how much we're blocking money from us by constantly focusing on the fact that either we don't have it, subconscious beliefs that we don't deserve it, patterns that we have ancestrally with money. You know, a lot of us, Jupiter as well, can be excess, too much. And I know this as well with Jupiter in the second house. It's when we get money, we bloody well spend it because it's exciting. You know, you're like, oh, money, I'm just going to buy all these things now. And then, you know, you're back to square one. So I feel like this is a changing from living week to week and making life more structured. You know, I want savings. Like, this is what it feels like. Like, you want savings. You want to learn how to create this physically, tangibly in your reality. This Chariot card makes me so happy. Like, dead set, Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 freaking Major Arcana cards out here for you, my love. This year's going to be huge for you. You're going to be shocked at what goes down. You're going to be so happy with it. It's literally not funny. But essentially, this Chariot card is telling me that you are moving in the direction that you are being called into. And it does have to do with job. For a lot of you guys, it's got to do with job. For some of you, it could be having children. Or, you know, just even the relationship with yourself, you know, just loving on yourself like you've never loved on yourself before. But I do feel like a lot of you guys, this is career-wise. So you are 100%, you're being guided by spirit, you're moving in the right direction, but this also talks about needing to take a risk. You know, there is an element of risk that moves through with this, but it's calling you, you know, what do they say? It's kind of like all of your joy, your greatness, everything that you want in life lives on the other side of your comfort zone. It lives on the other side of fear. Fear is what will essentially shrivel you up and stifle any freedom, any love, any excitement that you have in your life, because it's just going to keep you caged. The Sun is calling for you to be so happy. That coming out on the 9 of Cups in reverse, because your wish hasn't manifested just yet, just because your wish hasn't manifested just yet, does not mean that it's not going to manifest. This Sun could be that it comes up in Leo season. You could also have Chariot is the Cancer, so you know, it could be in Leo or Cancer season, but essentially, or even summer for my beautiful friends down here in the southern hemisphere with me. You know, we've literally just come into summer, so it could be over January and February that you sort of find that you start to see tangible results of this manifestation, of this empire that you're building, or you know, just this direction that you're moving in. You're going to start to see things shifting and changing, and I can't tell you guys how freeing this is going to be for your soul, how happy you're going to feel, how excited you're going to feel, how fresh you're going to feel. I really, this energy, it's freaking incredible. I love it. I love it so much. And I don't know if you can see all these cards well, so I'm going to move this over here. But essentially, this is gorgeous, my love. So justice coming out with the Emperor in reverse. You are going to have karmic balance. You're going to have justice. You're going to receive your end of some sort of karmic thing. Whether this is someone like in the workplace, a boss that was a total douche, your justice could be quitting, starting your own business, and it takes off. Or, you know, it could be that you've been working on a side hustle for a few months now, but you've had to keep your job. And this is talking about like you're going to be so happy once you get to the point where you no longer need this emperor. You know, you no longer need this job. You no longer need this thing that makes you feel a bit icky, sort of thing. So, you know, there is that freedom that is here for you, 200%, no doubt. Like, no 1,000,000% that the freedom you're looking for, my love, will be here in 2022. Plus, I just looked at the clock and it was 2020. It was 22. Like, that's ridiculous. So justice really is talking about you getting your karma, man. You getting your karma in the best of ways. Karma is on your side. Justice is on your side, you know. Even if this is talking about like the government, maybe you've been having struggles with trying to get a job and all these things because of all these mandates and all the crazy crap that they're throwing on us. And, you know, instead you decide, well, you know what, I'm just going to go my own way and start my own business. And that is the direction that spirit has been trying to lead you in, because then it's going to rebirth everything. Look, you have the death here and you have the rebirth here. So judgment is literally, see how they're coming up out of their coffins. This is the death. This is the rebirth. So the last card you have is literally talking about you being reborn as this beautifully abundant ass person. Like, I can't tell you just how much I love this. Like, you really will be so abundant. You will be so proud of yourself. You will feel so healed. I feel like you're still moving through the healing at the moment. Like, that is why this 9 of Cups is in reverse, because it's not quite ready yet. It's not because it's not coming, it's because it's just not quite time. There's still work that needs to be put into this. It's still effort, motivation, time. Hey, did I ever? Oh no, I put it down straight away, sorry. I don't know why I did that. I don't even know why I felt like I had to pick this up. It's funny because it's green as well, and green actually is all about abundance and money. So I don't know, it does have a lot to do with money. It really, really does. I want to tell you guys that, you know, you're going to be, whatever it is you're manifesting, these big milestones, you're gonna get them. You're gonna get them. So this is just awesome, my loves. Biggest sort of word of advice would be to do what makes you happy, do what brings you the most joy. Try and spend as much time as you can out in nature, because I feel like nature really, really speaks to your soul. And yeah, just trust, because you are literally going through a moment of rebirth where you're not going to judge yourself for where you've been anymore either. And I think that's going to be really, really powerful for you, because, you know, it's one thing to be going through a hard time, and it's another thing to judge the shit out of it. So, you know, like, I've been here, I've done this before, like, where I've gotten to at the moment, it's taken a long ass time, because I was so unhappy with myself for being in a bad situation to start with. You know, like, a lot of us don't get brought to spirituality or to tarot and things like that because our lives is just like sunshine and rainbows. No, it's because life's fucking hard and shit's going down. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to allow your process to be its process. You know, we all have to go through our own initiations. Oh, no way. That's hilarious. I was literally just saying our own initiations. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. That's what this is for you, my love. Like, this is your rite of passage. This is you walking from one doorway to the next. Do you see where you're going? You see how all of this is so dark, but do you see how beautiful it is in there? That's where you're going. This is where you've been. Trust 100% that this is where it's taking you. Next card, birthing a new age, birthing new creations and dreaming a new world into the being. That's right. That's exactly what you're doing, because you're birthing your new reality into physical form. I feel like in the past it's been in your head, you've thought about it, you've known in your soul that you're meant to have it, but you didn't know how to go about creating it. Now your soul is going to freaking tell you, you are going to step into this. You are going to do it. You are transforming everything. And I just feel like you've got no idea to the level of abundance that Spirit actually has waiting for you as soon as you step across this threshold. Like, I'm just seeing her celebrating, holding her hands up to Spirit and saying, thank you for everything. Last one is take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Exactly, because you don't need to be in competition with anyone. The only person that you should be in competition with is who you were last year. You know, who you were before. It's only you. There's no one that you need to impress. There's nobody that you need to fucking prove anything to. And there is not, like, literally, you don't owe people SHIT. You don't owe people nothing whatsoever. So don't get caught up in, you know, running a race that you were never destined to be in, because you're here to build something different, something totally new, something that we haven't seen before. And that's why it's taken you so long, you know. And I don't even say that it's taken you so long, because I get the feeling from you guys, like, you feel too old, like, it's taken me too long to get here. Oh, I'm 27, because I just saw 27 on the clock. But, oh, I'm 27, I'm too old to start my own business and, like, start all this thing, you know. There's all these 20-year-olds now that are successful. Like, why would I even bother? Because they're not you. Because they don't have the gifts you have. Because they don't have the soul that you have. We all have a unique soul that has come on earth literally to shine our unique light. So what is yours, you know? And I'm really getting, like, sometimes I feel like you're like Spirit literally coming through like with a whip and just being like, get it together. Like, sometimes the expression is just like, come on, wake up. I'm looking at that lightning, like, wake up, lightning again there. It's going to be unexpected as hell for you, my love. This is what's so exciting about this reading, is I don't feel like you're expecting the level of success and abundance and expansion that you're actually going to freaking experience. So I'm happy to be the one to tell you. But the bottom of the deck message, last thing, is Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Look at that, legit. Your soul's calling to you 100%, and it's time to answer the call. You have got nothing else to do, group 3, besides answer the call, because once you answer the call, let go of everything. Let go of needing to look a certain way. Let go of needing to have a certain level of success. Let go of all that shit. You are here to birth a new paradigm onto this planet. So what does it look like? Does it look like competition? I highly doubt it. Does it look like freedom and soul expression and total expansion and abundance? Probably. So, you know, think about it. Allow it all. I'm getting excited. You guys are getting me freaking excited. Like, legit. Get excited about 2022. I want you guys to go run out into the sunshine whenever it's sunny, if you can, and just go be excited. Like, legit. This is just such amazing energy, and I'm so, so happy for you guys. And I really, really hope that I also choose this group when I pick a group. But essentially, this is literally a year of initiation. If anything, I want you guys to maybe label 2022 initiation. Like, this year is about initiating yourself into the most abundant, high vibe, freest, most self-loving version of yourself that you've ever damn seen. Like, I want you to just be in love with life, to be juiced up on life, like life to feel fucking sexy. Like, I don't know, it's just this beautiful sensual feeling that I'm getting, where it's just like everything is juicy and it's just absolutely amazing. So anyway, my loves, I've gone way over time, 10 minutes over time actually. Sorry, group 1, but that is what I have for you, my loves. This message was just so exciting, I couldn't shut up. So let me know if this resonated. Feel free to drop, you know, something in the comments. Let me know what's going on, all that sort of jazz. Give this video a like as well, because it really helps. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that through the description box, or head to my YouTube banner. You can do it through there. My website's crystallinepriestess.com. And yeah, check me out on YouTube. Oh, we are on YouTube. Twitter, and no, not Twitter. I have a Twitter, but I never use it. Fucking TikTok. Sorry for my swearing as well. TikTok and Instagram. Okay. So, I love you guys so much. Thank you to your angels, your ancestors, your higher self, your spirit guides, all the beautiful benevolent beings that are surrounding you in all moments, for allowing me to read this message for you and get you pumped up, because it's got me pumped too. So yeah, okay. I will see you guys in the next reading, and make sure you also subscribe, because I'm going to be uploading a lot more readings and all that sort of jazz in the future. Okay, so peace. I love you. Farewell.